we get into Arizona, and what do we spy? Snow. We're leaving Grants, New Mexico. Just kind of waiting for the truck to warm up. It was a little chilly last night.
Yeah.
It was warm in the trailer.
Back to the Rocky Mountains.
The goal today is to go see Canyon de Chelly. We may spend the night there. There's a campground there. It's $20 a night, dry camping from what I understand. We're about 60 miles from Gallup. We're going to stop in Gallup, top off our fuel, or we can get to Moab. We're 300 miles from Moab.
But I don't think we're going to make it today.
Yeah, we won't get to Moab. If we don't stay at Canyon de Chelly, we may stay at the Sandy Beach Recreation Area outside of Bluff.
Sand something.
Sand, yeah. There's a BLM campground there. No reservations, no problems, right?
Turn left on
So
Walter
last
Road,
night,
then take the second left.
there was probably, I'm gonna say, close to 10 RVs that overnighted here in this vicinity of the parking lot.
And they kind of stick to one side.
And the truckers were all on the other side, and then so it wasn't noisy.
Right. I thought it wasn't bad. I did hear a generator every once in a while, but I thought overall it was
The motorhome that was behind us was their generator, whether it was automatic and keeping their batteries up, I don't know. When I got up early at like 4 o'clock in the morning and just walked outside,
right
and the generator
Drive,
on that
then take the
motorhome was
first
running,
left.
but it was a quiet generator. So we're off again, like a herd of turtles. It's currently 28 degrees outside.
it's a brisk.
Turn left on Walter Road.
Better than
then
the
take
16
second
degrees
left.
when I got up this morning. Stopped in at the Hubble Trading Post. This trading post was established by the Hubble people, and they traded with the Navajo people.
The Hubble family.
The Hubble family, and it's been in operations since it was established at the turn of the century, and I'm not going to be able to tell you the date, but a long time. It's still in operation. It was made a National Historical Site in 1965. It's got a narrow bridge coming in, which we got over fine. It doesn't really have great parking in here for big rigs, but I was able to pull in and kind of back in a spot or put a picture in.
But we've also seen 2 semis come in and drop off stuff. So,
Yeah,
I mean, there is room for a rig. It's just not...
There's not a lot of place to kind of turn around, really.
You're doing some backing.
Ange can turn the camera around. You can see that rig, there's a rig parked right there. Basically, he'll just have to back up where I'm at to
and then
get out
down this narrow bridge.
But, so what did you think, Ange?
I thought it was interesting. I think the woven rugs are beautiful. But they're a little over my price range, and
spendy, but certainly you understand handmade.
Yes,
takes so much time to make.
And they're made out of that wool, and that wool is about $6 a skein, and I can't even imagine the number that it would take to do a rug. So it's well worth it.
We saw rugs in there upwards of $8,000.
Yeah.
But what a heirloom to purchase if you're in that position to buy such a unique item. Angie bought some salsa.
Of course.
We got a patch and a pin, of course. And now we're going to head on down to Canyon de Chelly. Canyon de Chelly. Narrow. A lot of empty spots here at the Cottonwood Campground. So that's site number 20 and actually site number 19 both would have been spots that I would have been comfortable getting my rig into. You know, as a boy, there's just part of me that feels like I should pee off the edge. And Angie's telling me I cannot. And some people might say that that's disrespectful, but I would imagine that there's been quite a number of boys over the many millennium that have stood right there and relieved themselves. Just saying. So we've left the parking lot and we're walking to the Spider Rock overlook. Like most places, it says lock up your valuables. There's not a lot of people here. We've got Jazz protecting our valuables. And there's snow up here. Of course, we're at 7,000 feet. This to me is very reminiscent of natural bridges, other than it's got the red Navajo sandstone versus the limestone that natural bridges is mostly composed of. It's absolutely beautiful. How cool is that?
Yeah, beautiful. All the different colors of green. It's just beautiful.
That is absolutely breathtaking.
Yeah.
And you see the waterfall right there. Just absolutely gorgeous. Oh, and Angie and I have it all to ourselves. Is this one of those situations where, you know, you're like, what your expectation is? Then you turn.
can't see that through the naked eye, but the ruins are right over there in those little loops right there.
You got the snow in the background.
On the black, they're called Black something mountains.
Just incredible.
So what was that called again? Blade Rock? Blade? I think that's what it was.
Blade Rock. Oh look, you can see my shadow.
Are you tall?
Heck, somebody's farming down there.
That's what I said. It's all clean and neat.
Right down there in the bottom. What did you think of Canyon de Chelly?
It's beautiful. It wasn't what I don't know what I expected, but it wasn't what I expected. Got those 600-foot red cliffs, and I didn't know there was more 600-foot
Just-
red cliffs somewhere.
Just wow. And again, it's a Tuesday afternoon. And we have it right now all to ourselves. So Angie, skinny on down and hop in the little hot tub right there. It's a thermal. It's heated by the sun.
Yeah, I bet it's cold.
Well, I'm sure it is, but I think that'd be a great picture of you right there,
Yeah.
sitting in that. Somebody's walked through it, and I see footprints.
Why would you want it?
I don't know. Maybe that's why the sign says control your children. All I can say is you have to put this place on your list to see, because it is just breathtaking here.
Well, and none of the walks have been very long. They're just short little jaunts out to see them. So, yeah.
And certainly they do guided tours down into the canyon itself, and then you can hire the locals to get a more close-up view, and be down in the bottom of that absolutely fabulous canyon
Look at
there.
all the ponies. I'm assuming they're ponies.
You know, at the base of the Spider Tower, you could see where there was a couple of houses down there. But, and Angie and I are the only ones here right now at this particular overlook. Just fantastic.
And like I said, remind me to look. That's Black Something Peak. And it's 7,800 feet.
Well, we're at 6,800 elevation right here.
Well, the top of that Black Peak is 78.
So almost 8,000. And I may have already said this, but it's very reminiscent to me to natural bridges, other than it, you know, with this Navajo sandstone, the red, versus all the white limestone that's over there. And we're probably about 200 miles, maybe even less, from natural bridges, but just wow.
Yeah, there's a map on the back of the...
All right, everybody. Wish you were here. This is incredible. He's just spinning. The side of the road was soft enough, it just came off.